Hey everybody, Derek, the 100 Mile Miner here, back at the claim from my last video. And as you can see from last time behind me, had a couple more trees come down in the cut. So I cut it up there off so we can get it cut up and cleaned out. I have quite the mess in here. So I got here last night. Okay, got a new battery. So last time, I got a sample from where the vein was exposed on the left. Yesterday when I got here, tried to expose this right side a bit, hoping I could see where the vein crosses there. Haven't seen it. It's either farther up or the vein is very spotty and pinches and swells. So I'm gonna, got my chainsaw there, gonna cut those up so we can get all that cleaned out and hopefully find that vein. Let's get to work. All right, so I got most of this mess cleaned out. But unfortunately, looking around up here, so last time I was getting a sample right up there out of the vein. You can see it kind of, and right down here where I exposed the rock, I don't see the vein. Maybe that's a trace of it there. So that definitely must pinch and swell. So I think right now I'm going to pull out of this cut and see if I can expose it in another spot and go from there. Yeah, it looks like it might be a kind of a trace of it, that white line. Maybe I'll pan some of that white material, see if there's any gold in it. But anyway, yeah, we'll move on to the next cut. Okay, I have been working like crazy. Opened up 2 more cuts, could not find the vein. So I'm back in this original cut. You can see up there is about where I originally was chipping out a sample in the last video. And then there's that white strip right down there. And I dug a little lower and I can kind of picking up the vein a little bit. I'll hop down there in a minute. So you can see there, it's almost, I don't know, it's kind of seems to be shifting. It's pretty vertical. If anything, dipping back into the hill a little bit. But interestingly enough, I could not pick up the vein on this side of the cut. So we got all this quartz up here on top. I'm guessing they just piled this in the beginning where the vein was outcropped on top of the ground. So let's hop back down that cut and chip out a sample and we'll go pan it. Okay, now we're down in the cut. So you can see right up there, that's where I was chipping out that sample last time. It's kind of a trace of it here where this white material is. I think that's on the edge. And then we're kind of getting into some more quartz down here. You can see that a rusty looking quartz. I still not seeing any sulfides in it like the pile out in front of the cut, but I'm gonna get a sample of this stuff and go pan it back at camp and see what it looks like. Okay, well I think I did locate a trace of the vein on this other side of the cut. It's right here. Pretty small. You can see some of that white material and it kind of disappears up there, so maybe it's better down deep. Exposed this a little better. Still not that good, or not that much quartz, just a little bit next to that white layer. I got a sample. I'm gonna head up to camp and pan it and see if there's any gold. All right, well, it's on the last day, morning. I'm going to pack up today. Did a lot of digging, couldn't really locate any good looking vein. I dug down this, looks like they had a little bit of a shaft going here. I never could find a vein, went as deep as I could reach. Looking at this country rock here, unless it's angled different than the vein, it's angled that way, which would be down the hill, away from the hillside. That adit is right below, so that would definitely make it likely that it would hit it, but you never know. This stuff could be angling into the vein that's angling that way. I never could find it, but I did find a little bit of a pile of ore over here that they were throwing. Gonna see this was obviously really oxidized and crumbly. It's like hardly any decent sized pieces like that. You can see. Anyway, I panned this and got some pretty good gold, so I'm gonna get a decent sized sample out of this pile since it's easy to shovel, and bring it back to the shop before I do any unnecessary work. If I get good gold, it would be worth coming back and doing a little more work trying to find this vein. So that's the plan for today. Get a sample. Found one other little pile I'm gonna get a sample and pan out of, and then hit the road. Relatively smooth run. Had my hopper clog up on me once, the conveyor running too fast, but it's like I maybe got a hole in my screen. Some rocks coming there. You can see a little bit of gold, so we'll get this brushed up and see what we got for gold. I just ran 3 buckets just to see what we get. Okay, so here's what I got out of it's probably more like 2 buckets worth, because the oversized, it didn't make it through the screen on the mill. It'll be worth, I think we'll fire up the furnace and smelt and see what's there. It's not a lot, but it's also a super easy pile to get at, so we'll see. Well, that's all the gold that came out of that 2 buckets. Definitely not worth it at this point in time, but it's good to know so I can focus on the next claim. Thanks for watching.